Hey you guys, today I'm going to do R&B Divas L.A. Season 2 Reunion Part 1. Wasn't a whole lot to this first part. I guess we're going to get into the juicy part next week. But we had the host as Wendy Williams. Before I get into that, excuse my appearance. Like if you've been following me or if you knew, I just recently had surgery, so excuse my face. But Wendy Williams was the host. She looked it nice. No shade towards Wendy. I like when Wendy be hosting R&B Divas because she asks a lot of good questions and she don't let them scapegoat on shit and stuff like that. So I like her better with the LA cast than I do her with the Atlanta cast. What else? Okay, let's get into it with all the ladies. They all came. They all came compared to last year when motherfuckers wasn't showing up. But I'm just saying. Lil Mo looked cute. Her hair was cute for what it was. This probably was the best blonde we have seen her rock through the whole goddamn season. So she looked cute. Michel'le reminded me of Dreams Girls with that long ass dress on. Michel'le looked cute. She had the little queen little thing going on with the thing. I liked her little headpiece. I thought that was cute. Leela James, I agree with Ashley Miller when she was on Twitter and Facebook saying Leela James looked like she was on Poetic Justice with the braids. I thought that her braids were really cute. I probably would have preferred the afro because that's what we used to seeing. But I thought the braids were on point. Whoever did them did a good job. Claudette, simple, always just over there looking pretty. Claudette gives you, I don't really want to be here. Why am I here? But let's get this over with. Like, she's so standoffish. She talked about other people being standoffish, but Claudette is so standoffish. And still was here not saying the damn thing. So, don't wait to the end of part 2 and then start getting turned up, Claudette. We don't want to see that you wouldn't stay quiet that whole first part. Even though I guess you feel like, oh, it probably wasn't about me, so, hell, ain't no need to get in it. And then Shantae Moore. I liked her little flat iron look. I did. I liked the little flat iron look. At least she got hair to match both sides. I don't know. Okay. So it starts off with them talking about Shantae's song and her having the girls sing for background. Of course, Shantae still bringing up excuses, but Chrisette wasn't trying to hear that shit. She kept rolling her eyes, cutting off Shantae. Like, bitch, you ain't gonna sit here and lie. And then when Shantae was like, why are you calling me a liar? She was just like, she says, Chrisette trying to talk around what she really trying to say instead of just being front and open. She want to give you this whole kumbaya, yada, yada, yada bullshit. And I just be like, girl, just say you calling her a damn liar. What's she gonna do? I'm just saying. Y'all know Shantae's scary as fuck. She ain't gonna move nothing, do nothing. Y'all can call her all kind of shit. She ain't gonna do nothing. She gonna sit there and look pretty. Whatever. But they get into the background singing and how all of them feel like they went into that bamboozle. She kind of say, well, the way it was portrayed, yeah, but that ain't how it was. She bring up the contract saying it wasn't a contract. But I'm like, bitch, if they gotta sign their name on the bottom line, bitch, you can use it in court. So it's a contract. Regardless of how you trying to see it, that's a goddamn contract. So anyway, moving on, because like I said, Shantae not going to own up to nothing. I don't even know why these girls expect her to own up to nothing. It's not going to happen. Not. So anyway, they talk about Michel'le's suicide and how it was really nice for her to bring it out. She said it have helped her talk about it. It helped her. She say she don't sugarcoat shit from her kids. Her kids know about it by having, 3 public figures in their life. She don't sugarcoat shit with her kids. She said they can't even learn a new cuss word because she put them up on game. But ain't nothing in the world can teach her kids that she ain't already expressed to her kids. And I really love that about her because a lot of times speaking out about certain things will help you. And I can speak from experience. I didn't contemplate suicide or nothing, but just talking to my subscribers helped me deal with going through my surgery. I'm telling y'all, before I even acknowledged it to my subscribers, I was scared of shit. I wasn't going to talk about it. I never brought it up to people. I was just going through my journey by myself. And then it seemed like once I start talking about it and people start pouring their love and support, it helped me go through it. It's even still to this day helping me get through it, through the pain when I wake up or go to sleep, to messages saying, you know, you are inspiration, get well, we praying for you. That is, you know, really good to hear. So I get what Michel'le saying, like her talking about it really helped her through it. And I'm quite sure she helped a lot of other people. They talked about all the ladies in their date life. Chrisette still with Justin. Shantae still with Roy. Mo is with a boxer now. Been with him almost a year. Claudette, Leela, and what's her name? Michel'le. They still got cobwebs on the coochie. They ain't nobody fucking. I don't. And like Wendy said, Michel'le needs to work on herself first for her and her kids, and then you can worry about dating. But till then, get yourself together, boo. Leela said, hey, I've been married before, divorced now I'm working on me. So I get that with all them ladies and everything like that. They talked about threesomes, and Lil Mo says he ain't get no threesomes. I'll be 3 different people. Okay. She want to have more kids. They got 7 kids blended together, but they still want to have more kids, and stuff like that. So I think that was cool. She was talking about how it affected her kids and how they're good now. So I'm just glad they good now. But Lil Mo just, I understand people loving love and loving to want to be in love. My thing is, please just take your time. You have a lot of kids, and jumping in and out of a relationship might not be a little healthy for your girls. I'm just saying. No shade to her. I understand, hey, you need your cobwebs clean. I understand you want to be with a man. But I just say take your time. We don't want to see you over here broadcasting about this man, and then right after the reunion, then y'all not together no more. I don't want that to happen for her, because I think, like I said, she loves to be in love. Then we have the surprise with Funky Diva Ross. I love me some Funky Diva. Shout out to you, boo. I love when Funky Diva be on R&B Divas and they allow him to read these hoes themselves. That should be funny to me. The shit asking Claudette how she paying for her house in L.A. That shit was funny because everybody been asking that question. Like, bitch, how you been paying for this? L.A. ain't cheap. I'm just saying. But, hey, she didn't answer it. She thought that shit was funny, but she didn't answer it. They talked about Leela. He said Leela James was the female James Brown. I thought that was a compliment to her. And he also brought up Michel'le, and he said he wasn't gonna read Michel'le, but Michel'le was out here for him. She was like, I like him. I listen to him. I watch him. So she knew what to expect. So, but she thought that he would come a little bit harder on her. But in your situation, boo, there was no need to. But like I said, I love me some Funky Diva. Even Wendy was like, I like him. She must watch him too. Hey, so shout out to Funky Diva. I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to get on them levels. Then we go with Shantae and her being the mean girl of this season, and how she was so cool last season, but this season she rude, she mean to the girls, and they don't understand why, and how she didn't knock that she wasn't a mean girl, but I guess Shantae was just over there looking like, every time I say something, they're gonna say something back. They're gonna cut me off, which is true. Every time she says something, they cut her off. But I'm like, bitch, when you ain't owning up to shit, there's no need for you to be talking. You're not gonna own up to shit. You're not gonna acknowledge the way you hurt these girls' feelings, whether you see it that way or not. They're telling you how their feelings was hurt, and you're not acknowledging that. So then, hey, but Leela was kind of going in on her, like, bitch, you was mean, you was disrespectful to people on and off the set. I'm like, damn, would y'all show that part? I'll be wanting y'all to show the part we ain't seeing on the damn screen. When it comes to reunion, let's see that part. Show some behind the scenes of how they was really acting off camera. Let us see that part when it comes to the reunion part. Because, you know, people can say what they want to say, but if we ain't seen it, everybody got their own sides. If it was on camera, can't nobody dispute the fact. But they called her phony. Then they brought up her having insecurity, and why does she have security. She was like, because I was the only one physically threatened on the show. And I'm sitting there like, girl. So Lomo was like, bitch, you're lying. You just saw me at Essence a couple of weeks ago and you gave me a hug. Then she's so stupid. Because Chrisette was over there co-signing, so she couldn't even lie about it. And then she was like, yeah, I did. So even Wendy was like, well, that's why it doesn't make sense. You was just hugging them, and now you got security for her. That shit doesn't make sense. I think it was Michel'le was like, shit, I thought he was here for everybody, but then, hey. But, like I said, Shantae is not going to own up to shit. And, it'd be a waste of time arguing with her. To me, it's a waste of fucking time. Chrisette, Wendy was asking them what were their problems with her. Chrisette basically was like, she's phony. She turned up for the camera. She's phony, and it's exhausting. When you don't know who you gonna, because even Lila was like, you don't know who you gonna get when it comes to Shantae. So yeah, it could be exhausting with her. They talked about how Lila was talking about how she was trying to give Shantae the benefit of the doubt, but she has a reputation I guess, in the industry of being rude and disrespectful and all that kind of stuff. And because Shantae was saying how there was no connection with her and Lila. Lila was like, you're damn right. When you're rude, it will be never no connection between me and you. So I don't know. These women need to fix that shit if they gonna come back for another season. Shantae needs to own up to her bullshit, or she ain't gonna have nobody to film with next season. I don't know. But Shantae brought up about how the girls talked about her in the confessionals and stuff like that. But I'm like, all y'all talked about everybody in the confessional. That's what the confessional is for. I do agree. Like, bitch, if you gonna say something about me in the confessional, please hope I know about it before you go to the confessional. Then I won't be able to call you fake. But if none of these girls knew what nobody was saying, everybody was being fake at once upon a time in this damn thing. They brought up how Shantae felt like the newbies upstaged her, and she was like, no, that's not the case. And Lila even was like, bitch, you've been in here 20 years, and you already bringing that up. I've been in the game 20 years, so, but you always think you better than us. And she was like, no. And it kind of went off, and we're going to have to wait, like I said, for next week so we can get into the juicy shit of what happened in Puerto Rico and the real tea and shade and all that kind of shit. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Like I said, excuse my appearance, but hey, I'm going to keep on doing me regardless of my circumstances. I'm going to keep on pushing through and keep on doing what I got to do and talk to y'all, and hopefully y'all talk to me back and all that good stuff. Make sure you check out my girl Ashley Miller. Much love from KY, Forest Rocks, Cemented, Scotty from Mrs. Still Standing. I'm trying to think of everybody. Some more love. Everybody that do R&B Divas. Check us out. Talk to us and we'll talk to you back. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Google Plus, Xbox Live. I do everything by the Ghetto View on social media. THA, not THE. And once again, talk to me and I'll talk back. Peace out.